Hey everyone, I'm going to show you this book that I have. I just pulled off my shelf this morning to look at. I guess I don't speak French, but I got this at Angoulême last time I was there in 2019. And I think it means, you can correct me if I'm wrong. What does it mean? My brother and the king. My brother and what does it mean? My brother and the king of the world? I don't know. You tell me if I'm wrong. I don't speak French. So I think what this was a catalog for an art exhibit that David B did in France. I that's what I can gather from it. But again, I haven't even tried to translate it or anything. So I got it from Angoulême, and he did this drawing and signed it for me. And I'm a big fan of his work. And I remember as he was signing this for me, I was like trying to sort of buddy up to him. I was like, hey, I think we share the same publishers in America. And he's just like, oh. And I was like, yeah, Fantagraphics? Yeah, I'm a Fantagraphics artist. And you also do stuff with Uncivilized Books, right? Yeah, me too. And he just like did not give a shit. But I do that kind of stuff all the time. It's just, I just want to be friends. So anyway, here's a long written introduction about, I guess, probably the theme of the work in here. And I wish I spoke French. If anybody has this book who's watching this and can tell me what's going on, what all this means, I would appreciate it. So yeah, it's from 2015. And all the pieces are different ways that he could draw a face. He's, so his brother was the subject of his book that he did called Epileptic. So, I think everybody's read this book by now. This is like kind of a classic. I think it came out around the time that Blankets came out, and it's another one of those giant memoir books about his brother's epilepsy. I always struggle with that word. So I think maybe this has something to do with his brother. I mean, his brother's condition, but I don't know. I don't want to embarrass myself, but. Yeah, so I just think these are so beautiful. And I saw this book when I first went to Angoulême in 2016. And I was at the association offices, and they had a stack of them. And I was just like, oh, wow, I love this artist. Oh, and I started looking through the books, and then somebody who worked there at the publisher ran over and slammed the book shut and moved them away from me and scolded me for looking at them. I remember being pretty embarrassed. I drew it in my journal at the time that happened. It's pretty inspiring. I wish I could do stuff like this. I don't think my mind works in this way. It's the kind of book that makes me want to draw. And the back cover is just blank. There's no words or anything on it. So it has this kind of mysterious quality to me. you know, there's nothing even on the spine, so it just sits on my shelf. And I really love it a lot. So after I was there in 2016 and I was looking at them in the studio of L'Association, and the lady admonished me. I remembered that book, and then when I went back there in 2019, I made a point to like seek it out and try and find a copy of it, and luckily he was signing them at the festival. This is my notebook that I had that I was carrying with me on that trip. And I pulled this out of the box that I keep these things in when I'm done with them, because I haven't even looked at it since I finished it. I just kind of threw it away, I put it away. Obviously, I didn't throw it away. So I wanted to see the material in this from when I was in France for the first time. And yeah, this was, I don't know who that is. But this notebook was from around the time when I was a fellow at the Center for Cartoon Studies in Vermont. So, like, this was one of the catalogs that I tore up and pasted together. I was going kind of crazy there at that time. I've talked about it in my videos before, but yeah, it wasn't good for me being like, I felt like very isolated. So this was the proposed cover for the Johnny Appleseed book that I did while I was there. This was a Fonte Bukowski figurine that I wanted somebody to do, but I don't know how that stuff gets done. Okay, so here we are. We're going into when I went to France. So like all of a sudden there's like, you know, Clifton, just drawings of chair. I was doing like a lot of stuff like this around the time where I was just like drawing objects. It's my ticket. Where is it? This is just all stuff that I was drawing while I was in France for 2 weeks. Stuff from Stéphane Noël's home in Brussels. Very cool artist. Here it is. So yeah, that was just my recounting of it. And then she runs over. These books are specially drawn in by the artist. They are not for looking at. So that's what it was. I mean, I just felt like an ass. Apparently he had drawn in that stack of books just for the press. And then here I come, the big dumb American, like, oh, books. And I just started flipping through them all. And yeah. This is all like plane, being on the plane and coming home. It's kind of funny. It's a long flight. There's a lot of time to just draw when you're traveling over the ocean. So yeah, there I am back in Vermont, and I was just drawing stuff around me. Anyway. Alright guys, I hope you're all well. Thanks for watching.